Okay, take those hands onto your bar, wherever you're using as a bar. Take those legs nice and wide, knees and toes turned out, and we'll plie. We go down and up. Proud chest. Squeeze the glutes, inner thighs, and core coming up. This is always a good spot to come to if what I'm showing you next doesn't work. And then we're going to pulse it. Here we go. Tiny little pulses. Now make note what part of your foot is driving you back up. It should be your heels, not your toes. 4, 3, stay nice and low. Alternate an ankle lift or a heel lift. And I go up and down, up and down. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold this one up, add the other one to it, and pulse. You got it. You don't have to have your heels raised at all. But I do want the belly pulling in and up, spine nice and tall. Looks pretty good. Give me 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Heels go down. Take it to a lunge. I'm going to let go of my bar and reach my arms out like a T. Boom, boom. Take this arm, stretch it over. 8, 7. So that knee is still tracking over the toes. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold center. We're going to sweep for 8. 8. Keep that chest lifted. I inhale, I exhale. Looking strong. 3, 2. Arms out like that T. And we lunge side to side. 4, 3, 2. This one goes over. I count now. 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more here. 3, 2. Back like a T. Pulse. Keep pulsing. Take your hands back on your bar. Now we're going to step in and pulse parallel. Just for 8, 4, 3. Now step back out. Second position. I'm going to show you a more intensity level here. I'm going to hop in instead of taking 2 feet. Take it in. You're in. You step out or you hop out. So you're either hopping or doing a step. Take it there now. Step or hop. Your choice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it out. Good. Now we're going to do counts of 4. 4, 3, 2. Bring it in. Step or hop. Step or hop. It's a gentle hop. It's like you're landing on a marshmallow pad. Take it out. We're going to do sets of 2. Here we go. 1, 2. Push. 1, 2. Hands on that chair for a little balance. They may be even giving you a little bit of help. That's all right. Good. Stay here. Back to your lunge. Hands to the hips. Take the shoulder slightly forward. 4 more here. 3, 2. I'm going to roll them back. 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going to hold center. Round slow. Belly goes in. Open up the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Belly in. Back rounds. 1 more slow. Let's pick it up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more to go. And 3, and 2, and 1. Sweep the arm across. We're into a lunge here. The arms will go up as I bend that knee down towards the mat. Good. 3, 4. 4 more here. 3, 2. Hold it. Pulse it. Little tiny pulses driving through that front heel. Knee over the toes. You got it. Or I should say knee over the ankles. Pointed towards the toes. Uh-oh, I'm having trouble with words today. One of those days. All right, hold it down here. Take your hands to the floor. Back knee is going to bend, press straight. Bend, press straight. So that front leg is staying still. And if you want, you can even put the hand on that thigh. You got it. 8, drive it back. Bend, drive it back. 4 more here. 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those arms back up. Open up to your plie and pulse. You got it. 8, 7, 6. We're going to sweep that arm across that shelf, other side, lunge. As I go up with my arms, my knee goes down. Woo! 4 more here. Here's 4, 3, 2, pause. Little tiny pulses, a little lower. Good. 4 more. 4, 3. Now stay low. Hands to the floor. My back knee is going to soften. Press the heel long. Soften. Press long. Soften. So don't think of a lunge. Think of that knee softening and driving that heel back. You can also have the hands supporting you on that thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive through the front heel. Arms come up. Open it up. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Bring those arms forward. Keep pulsing. Relax those shoulders. Connect them to your back. You got it. Take those arms straight up. My palms are turned in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to center. Retrace your steps. Oh, I'm still working. 4, 3. Open back up to your T. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now I'm going to reach diagonal and tap the toe. Reach, reach. Good. Feel the length from those fingertips all the way to those toes. Love it. Now I'm going to turn and add a little toe tap. So it's called a punch and lunge. Yeah. Make sure you're keeping that neck in line with your spine. Don't turtle that neck. 4, 3. I'm going to go back to that tap. Switch the tap. You got it. 4, 3, 2. Punching and lunging. You can either go diagonal or turn from one end of your mat to the next. Back to the toe taps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Punch and lunge. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your bar. Legs in parallel. I'm going to lift one heel and then the other heel. Lift up, up. This is a good place to go when you need that break. I'm going to pick it up. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8 more. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Connect your heels. Lift those heels by scooping that belly in and up. Bend those knees down. Now, don't stick out your booty. So this would be wrong. This is right. We're going to do little tiny pulses. Here we go. And my hands just resting on whatever we're using as a bar. If you don't have something to hold on to, you can hold the arms out. You can put them to your waist. You pick it. Now, I want you to pause here. Go down 1 more inch if your knees allow you. Hold. 4, 3, no leaning. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it here. Go down 1 more inch. Only if it's okay. Hold. 4, 3, 2. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's keep pulsing this time. And we're as low as you want to be. Squeeze those heels. Working the smile of your seat just a little bit more. Belly's in and up. That's always a constant. Can you give me 16 more? You sure can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now hold in the down position. Push the knees apart. Push them apart. It's small, apart. I know you're thinking, I can't do this much longer, but guess what? You can. And you are. Push out. Now I'm going to pick up my tempo. Push it out. 2. And it's tiny. Tiny. I'm resisting pushing out. I'm working my abductors, abductors, outer thighs. Now let's add back in our pulse. So as I'm coming up, my knees are coming to that release position. I don't know about you, but I think my legs are feeling this a little bit. Yeah? Give me 8 more here. Let's go, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to our run. Woo! Feet and knees are parallel. I'm lifting one heel, pushing the other one down. Let's go. Give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Connect those heels again. All right, so we're going to bend our knees. Heels are flat. Lift your heels, straighten your legs, start all over. Bend, lift your heels, straight up, release. Bend, lift, up, release. Bend. Think of those words in your head, so when you pick it up, we've got it. Pick it up. Down, up, straight, release. Down, up, lift, release. Down, up. Heels down, heels up. So it's down first, then the heels come up. So it's called rolling through the ankles. You make it real smooth. Here's 4 more. 3, you got it. 2, and 1. Bend it in. Heels are still lifted. Are you still with me? Of course you are. Hold right here. We're going to do a pulse, 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 pause. 1, go a little lower, but up halfway. Down, 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 halfway. You got to have those glutes firing. Press more into those heels if you don't feel that yet. You got it. Down, 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 halfway. Down, 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 halfway. 1 more. We're going to go back to those 8 little pulses. Go. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go down. Down, 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 halfway. 7 more. You've got this. Halfway. Down, down, down. Listen to your body. Know when it needs that break. You've got 4 more to go. We're in this together. Let's go. 3. Are we breathing? 2. Woo! 1 more. Down, 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 and release. Run it out. Run it out. That was good. Okay. 8 more here. Then I'm only take this leg out and in. Got it? All right. Here we go. Out. Sweep it across. Now I'm standing straight up. I'm zipping up those inner thighs. Out. Now the arm is on a noodle, so control that movement. 8 more here. I'm bending both knees. I inhale, I exhale. Here's 4. 3. I'm going to add on. I'm going to step out and go into a passe. My arm will come up with this one because my foot is coming up. And it's like doing a single leg squat because just this leg is left. Good. 8 more here. Stay strong and breathe. We've got 4 more here. That's it. 4, 3, 2. Third move. It's going to be a curtsy pull. I stretch just a little bit to the side. Can I take a tempo? Curtsy pull. Now I started with tapping my toes. You can also swing the leg out or bring that thigh up. 8 more here. 8, 7. We're going to put all those 3 moves together. Yes. And 3. And 2. But first, I'm going to hold this one here and pulse. So my foot's staying off the floor. This leg is holding me up, but I need to keep my rib cage lifted up off that hip from the top. Swing across, swing up. Up, I messed that up already. Let me start that over. Out, passe, curtsy, pulse. 2. Out, passe, hold. Curtsy, knee, 2 pulses. Out and in, passe, pause. Cross behind, 2 pulses. Out and in, passe. Curtsy, pull, 2 pulses. Out across, passe, freeze. Now cross behind. Draw that knee, 2 pulses. Do we get it? Passe, hold, curtsy, 2 pulses. So sometimes the brain has to get part of the workout too, yeah? Mine too. Let's go. Step in, passe, hold, cross behind, draw that knee, 2 pulses. Take it across, passe. I almost hate to stop doing it because we got it now. Right? It's like, oh, come on, we have to keep going. Woo! So think of pause, passe. Passe. Okay, stay here again. Woo! 7, 6, 5, 4. Let's go back to our running. Woo! Home base. We've made it. Now we're going to break it down on the other side. 2 sets of 8 on each one. And then we put it together. I'm going to give you 8 more count here. Give that brain just a release. I know, it's exhausting working the brain sometimes. Other leg, other arm. Sweep. I want you to feel those inner thighs working. Those adductors. Love it. Drive up. Drive up. The arm is not noodle, so it's not like this. I inhale, exhale. No lunges, 2 knees bend. Yes. Okay, we're going to go back now to that passe on this side. 1, 2, good. Both knees bend. Love it. Arm is out there. We've got 8 more here. And then what was next? Remember? It wasn't that long ago. Make your brain work. Curtsy. 3, 2. Are you ready? Curtsy. I pull the elbow down. So it's a very small side stretch. Now I can swing that leg out. I can bring my knee up. Or here's another option. Hold the leg still behind you. I didn't give you that one last time, but that's an option. Okay, so square your body off to me. Your shoulders, chest, and hips should be facing me. Are you ready to put it all together? Let's pulse that knee first. Regroup. Pulse. All right, so we step out and in. We do a passe, pause, cross behind, lift the knee, and 2 pulses, right? Let's try it. Out and in. Out, lift your knee, passe. 2 pulses. Step out and in. Out, lift the knee sideways. Cross behind, lift that knee, 2 pulses. Passe, pause. Stretch, lift, 2 knees. Out, passe, pause, cross behind. Lift your knee, 2 lifts. Sweep, arm up, knee up. Crossover, pull. 1, 2. Is this side easier? No? Sure it is. Come on. Out, sweep, passe, cross behind, 2 knees. Sandy's with us. She's got this. Cross behind. Knee up. 2 pulses. Come on now. Give it to me. You know what you're doing. Now let's have some fun. Knees up. Woo! Out. Cross. Passe, pause. How many more do you want to do? Give me a number. Whoops. 2. Jane. 2 here. Maybe. I'll think about it. I'll make a deal with you. Just give me 2 more. I just doubled yours. Passe. Crossover. Knee up. 2 pulses. Last one. The brain needs a break, right? Maybe. Now keep pulsing here. Now I'm looking for this leg to be nice and grounded, right? My heel's pushing into the floor. I'm zipping up out of my hip. I shouldn't feel like, oh my gosh, this hip has so much weight. Lift that knee up. 4, 3, let's run. Nice. Okay, I want you to give me 8 more here. And we're going to transition for a little bit with our weights in our upper body. Got it? This is a good time to take a drink and grab your next prop. All right, we're not going to be using that chair during this. If you want to even move it over, that's fine. Move it up. Or just leave it in place, that's fine too. I'm going to start with some step touches. Bicep curls. Palms face forward. I'm going to get my legs moving first. Yes. Good. So I'm going to take one arm up, and as that arm is going down, I'm lifting the other arm. Now, if that's too much for you, you're going to go up, and the other arm will come up. You're going to pick what's working for you. But if you don't feel the biceps working, you're just a noodle. You can also pick it up, depending on if you've got 1s, 2s, or 3s. Going from 2 pounds to 3 pounds, that's huge. For some reason. Come on. So if you changed your weights to heavier, you may not be able to go at this speed. I'm going to soften my knees, so I'm working those legs a little bit more. My upper arm is glued to my side. My chest and shoulders are open. Belly's pulling in and up. Come on. Woo! We're going to do 8 more starting now. 8, 7, 6. What do you want to get out of this class today? Keep that in your mind. Make sure you're working towards that goal. We're going to go to a wide second position right now. We're going to plie, and now both arms come up. I want you to make note right now of your wrists. When the weights go down, I'm seeing the weights pulling your wrist in flexion. You don't want to do that. Yes, you want to lengthen the arm, but the wrist should be straight. You are in control of the weights. They don't control you. Keep the knees bent from the side. So you're going to choose to stay this tempo. You can alternate at any time. You can do a 1 up, 1 down. You can do both of them tempo. So this becomes more cardio, lightweight, stand taller. Yep. So let me show you guys, if you're like this the whole class, this is going to feel really tired and strained. If I send my tail down and flatten out that lower back, it's going to feel better, number 1. It's going to be better for your back, and I've engaged my transverse abdominis a little bit more. Come on, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lunge it, push the arms down, row them up. So I'm going to try to move you from one thing to the next with our arm series. We're going to hit all the body parts. We just did biceps. Here's some shoulders. Note, I'm not coming up in a straight line. My elbows are slightly higher. I'm going to put both weights in my one hand, and I'm just going to bend that knee. Now, you don't have to. You don't have to add 2 weights. You can rest the one weight on that thigh and row with the other side. And I'm just keeping this other leg straight. I love side lunges. I think I do them all the time. All right. 3, 2. Hold center, one weight in each arm. Plie row, then we'll do the other side. Woo! Come on. Class is half over. Did you break a sweat yet? Okay, so I'm going to lunge to one side. Upright row. Punch, row. So I want you to feel the weights are zipping up your zipper. And you don't have one of those side zippers on. It's a zipper right in the center. I want to see your chest not going with you, meaning this. I want your chest to stay in one spot. Lift. Don't forget to breathe. We inhale, exhale. Watch your form. 2 more. One weight in each hand. Down and up. 8 more. 7. 6. 5. Come on. 4. 3. 2. Hold it here. Palms turned in. Reach the heel. See how my heel's going to lift? Come down. Punch. Now, if your weight's too heavy and you're feeling strain in your back or your shoulders, get rid of your weight or hold one weight. Press it out. See a difference? Okay. Tempo. Shoulders, back. Smaller muscles, tris and bis are also helping you here. Hold those legs still. Just pulse it. Come on. The bigger your move, the more you got support from your core. You got to be pulling that navel in and up. Come on. Feels good to move, yes? Get all the crap out of your body that you put in it. That's okay. We all do it. Today's a new day. So choose wisely. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse that plie. Woo! Looking good. Reverse flies. I'm going to turn to where I have more space. So if your chair is here, you're turning away from your chair. Got it? Away from your chair, because you're going to hit your chair. Palms into that diagonal, palms turned in. Pull. Pull. So I'm not moving my torso and my back. It's my arms. Think of your shoulder blades being elevator doors. Elevator doors shut, they open, coming back down. Make sense? Close the door, open. They come towards the center, they stretch back out. Good. Come on. 2, 3. And I'm in this diagonal track. Pull it back. Pull it back. Okay. Palms face behind you. Hinge more forward. Sweep those arms parallel. Pulse. Now, once you saw what I did, you don't need to see me anymore. Let your neck be in alignment with the rest of your spine. Now, when I am not upright, I need to use my core twice as much to support my spine. If this is not cool for your back, you're going to angle up higher and the arms will be lower. Come on. Now hold it up. I'm going to go center, cross, center, cross. So I'm going in and out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step in, other foot steps back. I'm still facing the same direction. Reverse fly. I'm in that diagonal slant forward. I'm hinging from my hip. I'm not coming forward from my back. Pause. Close the doors. Open. Close. You should not feel pressure in your neck. You could be craning your neck out like a turtle, right? You want to make sure it's in line with your spine. We've got 8 more here. We're going to do those triceps. Yes, again. Come on, you got this. Feeling good? Looking good. Notice which one I put first. Feeling good. That's more important. Now, sweep those arms behind you. I'm going to bring myself more forward from my hips. Pulse those arms up. I cannot and I should not feel strain in my shoulders and in my traps. If you're there, that means you're crunching those shoulders to your ears. Lengthen those fingertips further away from you. And I'm more hinged forward if possible. These aren't easy. And you're more than welcome to stand straight up. 4, 3, now we're gonna close and open. Close, open, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step in, turn and face me, wide stance. Take it to that lunge, let those weights rest on those thighs or hips. Check in with your body, how we doing? Don't wait for me to tell you to get a drink. If you need a drink, you go grab one. All right, my next one. I'm still gonna do some shoulders. Shoulders is, it's a big muscle. Hold center. I'm gonna do a front raise, a V, front, then side. Watch again. Front, V, front, side. Did I do that wrong? Okay. I was watching Lorraine. She's something different. Did I do something different? Front, V, back to front, side raise. Come a little deeper. Out like a V. So I'm tracing where my thighs were on that V one. Come on. V out. Back to center. Come a little lower. Side raise. Front. So it's 4 moves. Front, V, front, side. So again, I'm making your brain work again. You better hope my brain's working. I can remember what we did, right? Good. I'm going to come a little deeper if I can. Listen to your knees. Out. And that out is like a T, not a Y. Come on, you got this. Front. Right here, those postural muscles. Shoulder front, shoulder side. Again, you should not feel strain in your neck or your traps. Easy so far today. And we got another prop to use. Well, actually 2 if you want to call your mat a prop. We got a lot to do yet. Class is going to fly by the second half, I promise. Right? You got this. Whew. Good. Neck in line with that spine. Check in, check in. Front, side. Which one's the hardest? The V? Let's go to our V. Again. You didn't answer quick enough, I answered for you. You'll learn. Up, up, up. Can you give me 8 more? I mean, all the muscles in our body are so important, but I really find the postural muscles really important. 4, 3, 2, hold them up, flip. This is not nice. It's not nice of me, because these are hard because your arms have to be held up by your back, your shoulders, and they're tired. I'm sorry. I'm gonna add more plies. Those legs are saying, am I here still? Across, like a pec deck. 8, come on. 7, we'll do some more chest on our mat, I promise. Oh, and triceps. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold them in, pulse. Hold the arms still. My weights are together. Now I'm going to ask you to hold your legs still, pulse your arms. Now this is chest as well as front shoulder, supported from the back of our body. Pulse the legs. So there's always something working. It's a primary muscle, always something is secondary. Hold it down, pulse it up. It's never just one muscle group working. Your body's a team, just like we are. Pulse those legs. You guys look amazing. You do. 4, 3, 2, hold it here, pulse it up. Come on. How much stronger do you want to be today? 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, put those weights down, shake it out, stretch it out. You want to stretch, take that arm across. All right, we're going to go for a little bit more standing, and then we're going to take it down. I'm going to use my ball. You don't have to use a ball. If you don't have a ball, that's fine. Grab that ball. So I'm going to place that ball between my thighs. Now, let me mention this. I mention it every class, but I know there's always that chance one person didn't hear this. I don't want you to start with your legs like this. I want you pressing air out of the ball to even start. I'm not going to start with my legs like this. I'm already have pressure on that ball. And therefore, when I squat, when I come back up, I can squeeze that ball with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're too far apart. Make sense? Okay. Ball is tight. We're going to squat. Booty back. Squeeze the ball at the top. Try not to completely straighten those legs. Now, when you squeeze that ball, you're getting a 3 for 1. Okay? The muscles that are working, inner thighs, right? Your adductors. Your core is squeezing when that ball squeezes. What will be the third body part? Thank you. Your butt. +1, Jamie. Come on, kids. You got to know, where am I working? Those muscles don't say, oh, yes, this is a squat. I know to squeeze these muscles. They don't. You squeeze them. Down. And you're choosing how far you go down. Squeeze that ball. Now I'm going to stay down on this one. I'm going to lift my heels. I'm going to straighten my spine up. Now squeeze your ball with your heels lifted. So I'll come this way so you can see my feet. Here's my spine. Hopefully I'm not arching. I feel my belly engaged, so I must have my seat in the right position. Good. Now I'm going to change the rhythm. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Boom, boom. Squeeze. You don't have to have your heels lifted, but you must have your knees and toes facing straight ahead. Belly still working, yes? Now, keep squeezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, freeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze that ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, freeze. 1, 2, come down an inch. Squeeze the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze that ball. Woo! Freeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, heels down, stand up, shake it out. Love it. All right, so we're going to put that ball behind our right thigh. So that's yours. I'll go left. All right, now, back issues, I want you closer to your bar and put your forearms on it, okay? Next level, the arms can be out straight. My standing leg is soft. I have my leg back here. So I'm going to drive it in for 2, press back out for 2. I'm trying to keep those hips in a straight line. My neck is in line with my spine. My shoulders are relaxed. In for 2, out for 2. Let's go. Drive in from the belly, lift from the glutes. You're also getting hip flexion and hip extension. Good movement for the hip. 4, 3, now hold it up. We're going to pulse it for 3. 1, 2, now drive and crunch. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that butt cheek. It's moving. Halfway through this one. 4 more here. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Soften your standing leg. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now take it out and in. It's like a fire hydrant, but you're standing. So my knees opening out to the side. And listen, kids, you got to keep your standing leg controlled. It can't be moving around with you. It's like there's a hand pressing against the inner thigh and you're squeezing into that inner thigh. Good. We got 4 more to go. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it here. I'm going to lean away from that leg that's bent. So I'm kind of looking to that wall. Got it? My leg is still out. I'm going to go behind me for 2. Slide across. Behind. Show you this direction. Behind. Pull it towards you. So I want that inner thigh dusting a shelf. Is anybody on a shelf yet? and in, out. You got it. Across. So you're trying to have that knee in the same plane as that hip. I know. The hamstring, when it gets tired, it's not holding that ball back there anymore. Now hold it behind you, little pulses, just a half inch to an inch. And you still gotta squeeze the glutes. So some of us are leaning a little too much. They'll be taking a nap on your chair, right? Yeah, I get it. Not yet. You should be more energized. When you get that blood flow pumping through that body, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. How'd we do? Okay. And you guys in the back, you can see what I'm doing, or hear at least? Okay. Put the ball behind your left leg. Again, you can be on your forearms. If you have nothing to hold on to, okay, let's just pretend we're like that. You can put your arms against a wall too, okay? Or try and do these balancing. Are we ready? You picked your poison? Here we go. We drive it in for 2. Reach it out. So my standing leg, that knee is soft, it's bent. Drive in from the belly, lift up from the booty. You got it. In. I want you to feel the abdominal muscles contracting as that knee comes through. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, out. One more. Then we're going to stay out there, pulse it for 3, then drive the knee. 1, 2, 3. Big exhale. 1, 2, 3. Air out of the center. Crunch the center. Woo! 1, 2, 3. Drive. Make sure that standing leg is soft. If I cue it, I see it. 2 more. Looking strong. Stay with me. We're so close to going to our mats. Okay, fire hydrant. I take that leg out and in. And let me tell you what, your standing glute and hip, they're going to swear if the exercise is all about that. Come on. I know, I get it. 7. What? 6. 5. We shouldn't be leaning on these. Just saying. Okay, now I hold it there. Now I go towards that side. I go away. So now I'm slightly leaned away from the side that my leg is going towards. Now I'm looking towards that side of the room. And I'm trying to keep my thigh dusting a shelf with the inner thigh. This is work, is it not? Tempo, out, forward. 7, come on. 6, we're going to the mat after this one, I promise. 4, your arms should be saying, oh my gosh. Now stay behind you and little lifts. My knee is trying to be parallel to the hip. I go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. You made it. That wasn't so bad. All right. So we're going to take our ball down to the mat with us. Grab your water, okay? Remember, working out, you really need to hydrate. All right, so we're not going to use our chairs. We're all the way down. We're going to take that ball to the center, and we're going to lay back on that ball. If you don't have a ball, you're laying flat on your back. I'm going to lift up my hips, put them back down. Now I feel like I'm in the right position. My legs are 1 fist width apart. Now you don't want this head to be dead weight like this. So I'm curling, I'm flexing my ab muscles. My elbows are wide. I got hand over hand. Vertigo sufferers, we don't go too far back. We go parallel, that's it. So I'm going to go over and crunch it up. So I usually start with 4 counts, right? It's a slower, bigger move. Well, today we're starting with 2, so I don't go as far over that ball. But I do breathe. Inhale over. Exhale, lift. Feel like you're holding an apple under that chin. Yep. And crunch. Over. I want you to hold this one up. I'm going to do marches, tempo. One leg up, put it down. Up, down. Where do I want your head? Up, and I want you going up and over that top sternum. If you feel strained to your neck and you don't have the ball behind you, put your head all the way to the floor. Continue with the legs. Now I'm going to keep my legs going, but I'm going to add a rotation, hitting my obliques. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Twist, down, twist, twist. Love it. Can you give me one more set? Now remember, your elbows should stay like an airplane wing in a straight line. I'm not bringing my elbow across. That's cheating. If anything, think of the shoulder. One more each leg. I was counting. And then I'm going to stretch over my ball. Ah, that's the best, isn't it? Now, if you can't go that far over, that's fine. Hands go back behind the head. Draw that chin to your chest. Give me that spine pulling up into flexion. Grab behind your thighs. Bring yourself up. Now, if you have a back issue, I would suggest that you put it down here and you lean back, because I'm going to do these little Russian twists. So if you have a back issue, you're going to like me a lot better if you lean into that ball. But I'm still flexing my abdominal muscles. If you're not leaning back, you're going to hold your ball here. Okay? So I'm going to bring it back. Choose where you want to go. And we're going to go forward, center, back. Now you can just twist if you want. I'm tapping my ball down. You could also grab a weight and use the weight instead of the ball. When you are rotating, you do not take your hips and your knees with you. Okay? So you guys shouldn't see any movement here. It's all in that thoracic spine, rotating the abdominals. Now I'm going to lift the leg that I'm twisting towards. That's just an extra thing if you want to add it in. You don't have to. How can I make this harder? I can have both of my feet lifted. 8. Now, if you do that, it immediately strains that lower back. Your feet should not be off the mat. 4, 3, 2. Put that ball underneath your feet. Yes. I'm going to parallel my legs. My inner thighs are pressing together. My hands are supporting me here. I'm going to roll the ball out. I'm still holding onto my thighs. Come back in. Inhale, 2. Exhale. So my hands are there to support the abdominals and my spine. If that's too easy, reach those arms. Inhale out. Exhale in. If you don't have a ball, you would hold your legs still and just come back for 2 and come back up. You could also press one leg out and put it down if you don't have a ball. Got it? Do we feel these? And the abdominals, not the spine, correct? Okay, I see that, Lynn. She's shaking her head. Yep, she's got it. Now from here, I'm going to try and do these little tiny pulses. You can also have your hands here. I'm not really going way back and way in. It's like I'm stuck. I'm stuck. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stretch those legs out. Grab on. Pull your torso forward. We're going to do some reverse crunches for the lower abdominals. I'll give you lots of options with this one too. Bend those knees in. Put the ball behind both legs. Lie down on your back. So I just drape my calves over my ball. You can also use a pillow, a rolled up hand towel. Hands go behind the head. So when my knees are way in, which they should be, they're way in, my back has all this support because the weight is going this way, weighing it down. When you tap your toes, you got to keep your back just like that. So I'm going to tap my toes, and I'm going to crunch in. Tap my toes, crunch in. So you should not feel the weight getting lighter with your back on your mat. Okay? You can also not use the ball and try one leg crunching way in and then the other leg. Now, if lifting your head is not good for you, keep your head down and continue with one leg or two. You could also put the ball behind your head to lift it up a little bit. Tempo, tap. And maybe you don't tap all the way to the floor when you go faster. Because if tapping the floor gives you an arch in your back, tapping is not for you to the floor. I'm going to keep my head lifted this time. I'm going to reach my arms. That's harder. I don't have the support. I'm going to alternate an arm going behind me as my toes go to the floor. I can also add 2 arms. 8. So see how we went in steps. Here's where I start when it gets too easy. Here's what I can go for. 4, 3, 2, hug it in, head comes down, rock side to side. Whoo, that felt amazing. All right, take the ball in your hands, zip your legs up. Bring your arms straight up parallel to the legs. Anchor down the rib cage. So I should not be able to fit my fingers between you and your mat. Either head down or nod the chin to your chest. I'm going to do little scissors. I'm going to try and tap my ball. Tap. Straight legs, straight legs. Let's go, let's go. Come on. I'm going to do a figure 8 around my legs. Woo! You don't have to. 8 more here. Pick it. What's going to work for you? 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it. Woo! Ball up over your chest, feet down, legs apart. The right hand's going to take the ball. It's going to go out to a T. I'm going to look at my ball, but take my knees the opposite direction. Yes. Using your core, bring yourself back up. Put the ball in your left hand. Open up the arms. Look at your ball. Take your knees away from the ball. Keep your shoulders heavy. Excellent. Bring it back up. Bridge up. Put the ball under your pelvis. If you don't have a ball, you can put your hands underneath your seat. You can put a pillow underneath your seat. All right, I'm going to bend my left knee in. I'm going to lengthen my right leg. Once you've got your balance, take that left hand and pull the left leg towards you. Do you want 2 hands? Okay. Keep that right leg, though, pulling away from you. So as I'm tugging this leg towards me, my other leg should be stretching away from me. Yep. Switch it out. Other knee comes in. I find my balance. I start with just one hand on my shin. Pull that leg towards you. If you want, add the other. I want you to feel the stretch. Amazing. Bring both knees in. Zip these legs up. Push your arms to your side. I'm going to take my legs to a wide V. I'm going to push against my inner thighs. Resist that. Come back in. Bring the bottoms of my feet to face each other and pull your heels towards you. It's like the butterfly stretch, but we're on our backs. Should feel a nice release of those hips. I'm going to try and push my knees a little further out there. My spine feels weightless being up on this ball. Knees come back together. Take your feet down. Bridge back up. Hold your bridge. Bring the arms behind you, holding your ball. Inhale, nothing. On the exhale, start to articulate your spine. And when you feel like you can't get the next vertebrae down, pause. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, regroup and see if you can melt again in order, bone by bone. And once you've got that, straighten your legs, bring the ball up over your chest, and sit up. Go to a wide straddle. We're going to roll that ball as far forward as we can. Beautiful. Breathe. Try to press the back of those legs down to the mat. Bring it up. Bend your right knee. And then reach the ball towards your left foot. See if you can get behind the toes. Maybe you can get all the way at the ball to the floor. Come onto your right forearm. Ditch the ball for a second. Give me a quadricep stretch. Once again, I'm on that shelf with my inner thigh. I'm pulling my foot towards my glute. I'm resisting pushing my hand or foot into my hand. Now bend the left leg, pick back up your ball, take the right leg out into a half straddle, reach the ball for those toes. You're going to inhale and exhale on your own. Press the back of that leg down into your mat. Come onto your left forearm, put the ball down. Bend your right knee, grab onto your foot with your hand. Push the foot into the hand. Yep. Sit cross-legged if your knees and hips allow you. Put the ball into your left hand. Bring the right arm up. Now anchor down your right sits bone and stretch up and over. Bring it back to center. One more. I'm going to inhale. Push that hip down that you're stretching away from. Switch the sides with the ball. Arm up. Side stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Up and then over. Back to center. Release. Come into a quadruped position, hands and knees. All right, we're going to sits bone up. So slide your sits bones up the wall. Look straight ahead. And reverse. Round it. Keep rounded. Stretch back into a child's pose. Come back in a quadruped. Curl the toes under, pike your seat, driving through the hands, get those heels heavy. If they're not touching the mat, maybe walk your hands back a step. Bend your knees, lift your heels. And then straighten those legs, press your heels back down. Walk your hands in. From your core, bring them up. Step your right foot forward, left foot goes back. Hands coming on the quads if you'd like. Hip flexor stretch. If you want arms up, pretend you're holding your ball and throw the ball behind you, following it. Hands to the thigh, step in. Hands to the other thigh, step back. You can stay just like this. I'm going to take my arms up, throw the ball behind you. Hands back to the thigh, step in. Now I've got one hand on each thigh. I'm going to round my spine all the way up. Step out wide, facing me. Give me a nice big inhale up. You made it. Exhale. One more. Inhale up and exhale. High fives, everybody. High fives. Okay. Way to go.